So you're thinking about joining a real estate team. Well, you may want to think again. In today's video, we're going to answer the 4 questions to ask yourself before joining a real estate team. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about getting your real estate license and selling a ton of real estate, make sure hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the latest strategies on dominating the real estate game. What's up, guys? My name is Mike Wall with eXp Realty. I am the team leader for the Love Ohio Living team, one of the top teams in Dayton, Ohio. I've sold over 1,500 homes over the last 8 years, and we help prospective agents and new agents just like you create massive wealth through selling real estate. If that's something that interests you, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even schedule a Zoom call in the description below. But without further ado, let's dive right in. And this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart because I actually came from a real estate team, and I'm so glad I did make that decision. And so I want to walk through some of the fundamental questions I think you should ask yourself before you make the decision to join a real estate team. And, when I got out of real estate school, I didn't have any money and I had a ton of time. And so my train of thought was, well, why don't I find somebody that's doing it at a really high level and I'll just go learn from them? And so I created these 4 fundamental questions for you so that you can determine on whether joining a real estate team is the right fit for you. So I'm going to share my screen right now and we'll dive right into these 4 questions and kind of unpack them a little bit and ultimately try and determine if the real estate team is the best option for you. So you should see my screen now. And I just created a document with some questions and then some bullet points just to help inform me on my talk track for the video. But the first one is the really obvious one, right? Is can I make enough money from my SOI? So my SOI is my sphere of influence, these people that already know, like, and trust me, to hit my desired income goal, right? That's an easy question to ask ourselves. And so if you have an $80,000 income goal and the average commission check based on the average sale price in Dayton, Ohio is $3,000, you'd have to sell 26.6 houses to meet your $80,000 goal. And the reason why that's important is because let's just say your sphere of influence is only good for 10 houses, then you need to bridge the gap for the other 16.6 houses. And so if you can't do that on your own, perhaps joining a real estate team and having the leads provided for you might be a better option, right? Question number 2 is, do I have the capital? Do I have the money to invest in putting the right systems in place to consistently create transactions, right? And so what I know, and a lot of newer agents don't know, is that a lot of these tools and systems, these lead gen platforms, are extremely expensive, right? I know right now we're spending about $6,500 a month providing leads for our agents. And the cool thing about being on our team specifically is that we provide each one of our agents a minimum of 30 leads every single month. And we're going to do around 300 transactions this year, and most of them will be done through our agent base. But the reason why I tell you that is because most new agents or agents who have been in the business even for a year or two, they're not in a place in their business where they can afford to spend $6,500 a month. So, if you're not in a place to do that and lead generation is important, then perhaps joining a team is the better option. Administrative support, right? Bringing on somebody to do your contract to close, bringing on an executive assistant, right? These are all additional pieces that at some point you're going to need in order to grow and scale, because you want to hand off the non-dollar productive work, the administrative work, to somebody so you can have time to do more of the dollar productive work, which is lead generate, being on appointments and negotiating contracts, right? And so if you don't have the money to pay salaries for administrative support, then perhaps the team option is the better option. At least till you can afford the administrative support. Technology, right? So we all need a CRM, a client relationship manager. This is where we store our database. This is where we store reminders so we know when to follow up with people. This stuff is really, really important because, again, you cannot grow and scale without technology. Coaching, right? How do we get the information we need? How do we make sense of it all so that we can get from where we are to where we want to go? And right now, I can tell you guys, a good real estate coach is going to run you anywhere from about $1,000 to $2,500 every single month. And the cool thing about joining a real estate team, at least from my experience, when I got into the business, I was joining a team of a guy who was selling 250 to 300 homes annually already. And he was willing to put into me at no cost. So that's another benefit of joining the team, is the fact that you have a built-in mentor to help guide you from making mistakes and doing the right thing, right? So that's really, really important. And then marketing, right? Marketing is extremely expensive, right? When you talk about adding up real estate signs, business cards, websites, you name it, all of this stuff adds up, and it's an additional monthly cost. And it's really cool to be able to leverage somebody else's money in order to market yourself and grow your business. So question number 3, let's say you do have the capital. Do I really want to invest it, knowing that there might be a more cost-effective and efficient way, right? And so for me, it just made more sense. And I didn't have the money. I mean, let's be honest. I didn't have a pot to piss in at the time. I was 24 years old. We just had a new baby, and I just didn't have a lot of money, and I had a lot of time. And I didn't really have any wisdom or know anything about the business. So I figured, let me learn on someone else's dime. Let him pay for the lead generation. Let him pay for the marketing, right? And I was happy to do that. I was happy to pay a little bit more of a commission split because I had all of that provided for me. And ultimately, I ended up making more money anyway because I was consistently selling 3, 4, 5 houses a month. Whereas if I'd have tried it on my own and had all of those expenses, I probably would have gone broke fairly quickly, right? Stay for a while, right? Get the knowledge you need and then move on. So learn exactly what it is you want to learn the interworkings of the team, the business, and then move on, right? Get what you need to know. And then build a past client database using the team's leads so that you can use when you go independent, right? So the coolest thing about being on our team, what I love seeing agents do is come in, they stay with us for a few years, they build a really nice sphere of influence, a past client database, and then they move on, and now they're independent, but they're still tapping into the client database that they built while they were here on the leads that we provided. What better option to build a business than that, right? And number 4, do I have the time to invest, knowing there might be a more cost-effective and efficient way? And time is everything, right? Why not shorten the learning curve? That was my thought process anyway. Is I'm a very impatient individual, and I had talked to agents and watched videos and listened to podcasts of agents in the industry who had built businesses over 10, 15, 25 years. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this, in 1, 2, or 3 years. And so why do in 10 years what you can accomplish in 2 or 3? And so again, you get to leverage all the resources of the team. Remember what we talked about: the lead generation, the admin support, technology, coaching, and marketing. We're utilizing this stuff to grow exponentially more quickly than if we just tried to do it or figure it out on our own, right? And so I love the idea, this last one, of time, right? Which to me is the most important thing, because we can never make more of it. We all have the same 24 hours in every day. And then leveraging the resources of the team leader, right? Learning on his dime, having him coach and mentor me. So if the answer is yes to these questions, then a real estate team may not be the best option for you. But if the answer is no, and if you're like me and you want to shorten the learning curve and start selling homes and making money immediately, perhaps you want to consider joining a real estate team. And if you're already an agent and you're struggling or simply not selling enough houses and making the income you want to make, then joining a team is probably a no-brainer, right? Or at least it was for me and some of the other agents who've come and joined our team. And it's been a wonderful ride, getting from where I was in joining a team to now building a team that works with agents like you to help build their business. And we'll sell around 250, 300 homes this year. And we are always evaluating talent for the right opportunity. And I do these videos to help prospective agents and new agents just like you really stay informed and make intelligent decisions so you can start creating wealth through real estate. And do me a favor, guys, if you found this valuable, please hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell for notifications. And we love posting content. And when you hit that notifications button, you can be the first to know about the new content that we're posting for new agents, and agents who are already in the business and potentially struggling. Right now, we have partnership opportunities available for the right people. If that's something that interests you and you want to see if you're a fit, please give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even schedule a Zoom call in the description below. And we'd be happy to talk about our partnership opportunities here at the Love Ohio Living Team. Thanks again for watching and good luck in your real estate endeavors.